we'll have this discussion.
Discussion? What discussion?
This is a discussion combustion.
Coming to you from Denver, Colorado, this is Discussion Combustion Podcast with your hosts, Kevin Batstone and Arthur Raw.
Yeah, good to see you again, John, for sure. Like we were saying, last time you had pulled your truck over, so it's cool to see your garage, getting that live action look. And you said you're hitting the road tomorrow out to Myrtle Beach, huh?
I am. Got to go to a car show up there, make an appearance because they think I'm famous. I don't know. People think I'm famous for some reason. I don't know what the deal is.
Well,
hey, you're doing something, man.
Something must be going right. I mean, it's only the number one most watched documentary of all time, so that's got to mean something, right, John?
I think it's trending right there, pretty close to number one again. Everybody getting ready for it. So I just hope it doesn't disappoint.
It's
for sure.
Definitely a lot of people anticipating the drop of this thing. It comes out, so this episode will air tomorrow, which is the 17th. When does it drop on Netflix, John? Is it the same day?
Yeah, it actually comes out at midnight on the West Coast, which makes it 2:00 in the morning here. So I'll do it again. I'll stay up tonight and watch it as soon as it drops. That way to see if I look like a dumbass or not.
I hate to say it, but whenever I watch myself back, I think exactly that.
Yeah.
Everyone's their own worst critic. But that's super exciting, man.
You lay this
how much
in the
more
producers. You lay in the producer's hands, and you don't know what's going to happen. So who knows?
That's true. That's true because they chop and screw it all. I mean, you're there for it all, but they tell a different story through. They tell a different story through the cuts.
Yeah. A lot of people got some different stuff out of Tiger King 1, which was completely bogus, and it's just crazy. No tank.
Yeah, it is crazy to see how it all comes together. I know last time you were on, you were kind of saying you had just got done doing some filming for the second part. You were kind of teasing it was coming out later this year. So now that it's here, we're all eager to see what the heck's going to happen next. I mean, the shit show rolls on, as you were saying.
It does. And, I hate to admit it, but I had to see just what kind of lies was in the Carol Baskin's cage fight. And holy cow, man, she is so dramatic. I don't know how the lady gets away with all the illegal stuff she does, but I mean, she has got some nasty power to get away with all that stuff. But it's what I figured it was. She's trying to do damage control because she's scared Joe's going to get out. So that's not what she wants.
Wow.
Yeah, I can see that for sure. But that is super exciting. Season 2 coming out. But as much as we like to hear about, the Netflix series, we're just happy to be talking with you again as a human being, man, because we love chatting with you the first time. It was great to get to know you and like how you're into racing and all this other stuff. Kevin went to the championship the other weekend in Phoenix. I'm sure you were tuning into that.
Yeah. Man, let me tell you, I would so love to go to that in person and see that in person, but the clock just didn't tick right. And it'd be amazing to go. They had, man, I can't tell you how many cars they had. I think it was close to 300 cars, I think. But yeah, man, I'd love to go to it and see it in person.
It's always fun live action for sure. I know last time we were talking about maybe doing Bristol, the dirt. We got to do Bristol dirt one of these years. I got to see that.
I know it. I need to go see that dirt. I need to go see that race too.
That's on the list.
It is, and I'm hoping this year I get to go to St. Louis and see the Dirt Nationals in the Dome. So that's got to be impressive.
Oh yeah,
what is that? In a dome?
Is that the Chili Bowl?
Yeah. Well, it's kind of like the Chili Bowl, but this is big cars. Chili Bowl is all little cars,
right?
Sprint cars, mini sprints. This is Dirt Nationals. They put modifieds and late models inside the what stadium is it, man? It's a football stadium. I mean, right there in St. Louis.
Oh, in St. Louis.
St. Louis.
Where the Rams used to play.
And I want to go to that because that's just got to be impressive.
So with all the dirt inside, do they like have a system to keep down the dirt? Like, do they have misters?
Oh, yeah.
Something that like.
Sometimes the fumes get a little heavy, but most of the dirt they keep vented out. So they got some pretty good systems in there to evacuate the dust and the smell. Chili Bowl's the same way. They used to wear respirators and stuff back in the day, but nowadays you don't have to. I think they got it pretty ventilated. So
Yeah, you almost have to. I know I've heard people getting like carbon monoxide poison and sitting on the first row at Bristol because it's just like a coliseum that fills up with these fumes for sure. I want to take all that in.
Yeah, I mean that's part of it. I love it. I love the fumes, so it doesn't bother me at all.
Absolutely, running on race fuel and fumes. I love it.
Yeah,
all you petrol heads never admit to the fact that you're actually addicted to the smell of gasoline. And y'all love that shit. Come on.
No, I hate gasoline. It's racing gas. That's even better. That's methanol and racing. Yeah.
So there's a difference compared to what people do at the pump and what they're doing at the racetrack.
High octane.
Okay. See, you two are experts. I'm very novice in all this.
We're deaf.
I'm willing to roll my dice.
That's just the way it works.
That's it. You just nailed it, John. When I was in Phoenix, Arizona 9 days ago for the championship, I was there watching Kyle Larson. And I didn't wear ear protection. I left there just covered and, just those race fumes. And I couldn't hear a damn thing for about 3 days. Wouldn't trade it for anything.
I know it. It's great. It's the best feeling ever.
So do you wear ear protection, John? Or
I
do you
do
go
not.
without?
I do
See,
not.
you two are wild.
Yeah.
You two are like crazy people that show up to concerts and just sit in the front without ear protection.
You got to take it in.
Yeah.
It's probably louder too. Aren't the cars louder?
That's why you go.
Concerts?
That's why you go.
That's exactly why. The sights,
the
the smells,
full
and the
effect.
sounds. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Did you do some racing this year, John? I know you said you were going to hop in your modified. Maybe did you get that done?
I did. I didn't get into modified. I got into mini stock a little bit more, and then next year I'm gonna go ahead and buy a factory stock, and I'm gonna run a factory stock next year.
Okay, on like a touring schedule or just kind of their on your local track?
Probably just be local here. Just depends on what my life's like. I know in April, I think the end of April, beginning of May, I get to go to the UK, believe it or not, for this Tiger King stuff. So
excellent.
I do that little stage show called Uncaged, and we're going to go over to the UK for 2 weeks. So that might be exciting. But so I'll probably just race locally in the beginning and see how that goes.
Nice. Yeah. So have you been to the UK before, or is this your maiden voyage?
I've been to Mexico and I've been to Canada, but not real far into them. That's as far out of the United States I've ever been. Yeah.
Also, that's exciting, man. That is really exciting.
I don't know if it is or not.
That's a good opportunity. This Uncaged thing. We've been looking to see when you're coming through Denver. I still haven't seen Denver pop up.
Yeah, they I didn't see Denver on the list. They got a big old schedule set up, and there's more and more towns taking it in as we speak. More of them want to add it. So hopefully we can get Joe out of jail and I get him to show up at one of the shows. That would be great. Get him on stage with us. But it's really a good time. We have a blast. Me and Saf getting arguments, and me and Josh Dial getting arguments, and then we talk about it. They hear a lot that you wouldn't hear on Tiger King. So.
And that's what people want to hear too.
Yeah.
And that's what, because Kevin and I, we don't always agree on everything. And that's what is something people have told us works for our dynamic is how different of opinions and different of people and different approaches. But that's what's good about having those type of friends is people that you can talk to and get this different perspective, maybe debate about it a little bit, but there's always respect there. And I've learned so much talking with Kevin and people that are different than me, just trying to see it in different eyes, man. And so that's some of the best friends you can have is people you can do that with.
Yeah. Yeah. The racing community is really, really tight like that, and I don't know. I fired Saf 3 or 4 times, I know, when we went to the zoo, but we've just had a friendship there and we've just always gotten along. So it works out good, and definitely works good on stage because we can talk about stuff we got into and things we shouldn't have done, things we did, and we get to answer all everybody's questions. Everybody has questions, so everybody wants to know if Carol did it.
Yeah, well, of course. I was going to say, what's the most common question? I think you just answered it.
That's it right there. You think she really did it? Oh yeah, she did.
It's just a matter of time. Is it going to bite her in the ass? Is it going to catch up?
Yeah.
I'm not going to say definitively my personal opinion, but I will state what I think is a fact. And that is that every single decision I've ever made in my entire life, I have had to pay the toll for that, whether it was a free pass toll or it was $1,000 fine toll. Every single thing I've ever done, I've had to pay the cost. So that's the fact I'll say that with, and that's how I feel about that whole subject.
what goes around comes around. That's just the way the world works.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
Tiger
true.
King 2 ought to show a lot more of I'm pretty sure it's going to show a lot more of Carol's other side because she's trying to stop it. I mean, she's still fighting in court trying to stop it from coming out tonight. So
this will drop by the time that the season is out. So do you think we could say, like, was she interviewed, or can you disclose that?
oh yeah,
Tiger
she's
King 2?
definitely in it. She was in it, and she is definitely pissed because she doesn't want to be in it. But she signed the same paper I did, and they've got the rights to everything they have. So, but yeah, she's not happy about it.
So is a lot of it from filming that happened for the first season that was just never released?
No, a lot of it was, but a lot of it was also after the fact, because I know they're going to talk about what's been happening with Joe and Jeff Lowe. Jeff Lowe's, I'm not going to say he turned sides. I'm just going to say he's trying to clear his conscience, I think is what he's trying to do. The man's always got a motive, whatever he does. But he's come up with a bunch of evidence that'll help Joe prove his point that he was set up. And him and Alan Glover and all that stuff will be in there too. So a lot of stuff happening. Tim Stark's in there where they come and took all of his animals away. Is there I think there's 5 or 6 zoos in the United States right now that lost their AZA accreditation. Well, the Columbus Zoo is one of them in Columbus, Ohio. And in order to have animals in Ohio, you have to be AZA accredited. So the Columbus Zoo will have to close now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And you said there's 6 of them across the country?
These people are, there's 6 different zoos that so far that's lost their accreditation. But I don't know about the other states, but I do know Ohio requires you to be AZA licensed. And that's what, me and Joe's been preaching that for years. All that is an individual that started up the AZA for zoos. And now people think it's a law and they're going by it. And that's just wrong. I mean, it's wrong. They're going to close.
Yeah, I've never heard anything about the AZAs, and I don't know anything about those type of regulations. Do you mind kind of just simplifying it so I kind of get it?
Yeah, it's really just a group of individuals that's come up with guidelines for a zoo to be accredited, and it's how they should act, how they should take care of their animals, how they feed, how they interact. It's all that stuff. But Carol has her own, and it's called the Global Federation of Animal Sanctuaries. And she did the same thing, and she got Congress to buy it, hook, line, and sinker. I mean, there's states that you have to be Global Federation sanctioned. And all it is just an individual that set up some guidelines that a zoo's supposed to go by. Anybody could do that. Nothing interesting. Nothing, nothing federal, nothing state, nothing official about it other than an individual trying to make money. And it's working.
So it's like a glorified micromanager of how the zoo should operate.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. Yeah. And then people let up, she has conned so many congressmen into saying that that's the only way to go. And you have to have that. And ultimately, I say by 2025, there's not going to be any zoos open. That's how fast they're making the rounds.
Wow. That's scary. That's scary to think about.
Yeah. Yeah. They
want how many different types? Like you mentioned 2 already. Is there more than 2 different guidelines? Yeah,
there's several out there, but the main ones, the Global Federation of Animal Sanctuaries, the AZA, which is aquariums and zoos, and then there's one more that's really, really popular. There was a USZA that Joe started just to prove his point, that anybody can do this. But Carol's got a lot of money. I mean, she can push her little agenda all the way if she wants to, because she's a millionaire. Hell, she made millions off Cameo because people want to hear her say, "Hey, all you cool cats and kittens."
Isn't it amazing?
It's nuts. It's nuts.
It's amazing what the internet's done and the availability for her to be able to do that and be profitable doing it. It's unreal. I mean, it's,
yeah.
And I'm sure that she's got her supporters as well, and people that go down to whatever the hell that sanctuary is down there and get behind her rally and stuff. People always like to be polarized in different sides, but man, we got to put all the cards on the table here and see what's what.
Yeah. Well, let's just go ahead and put this out there. She is closed to the public now. Since Tiger King come out, she won't let the public in her park no more. I think she's worried about something being found or somebody finding something, or I don't know what the deal is, but she won't let public in no more.
Oh, really? So since Tiger
Yeah.
King dropped, she closed her doors to the
Yeah.
public.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah. If that speaks volume when you're not willing to speak, when
Right.
you're not willing to like answer questions. You know, it's okay to not answer every question. That's fine. But when you withdraw yourself from even, because at that point you're almost hiding from a truth. Like you don't want to experience it.
You
So
can
then
read
you're
her
like,
face.
yeah. And all the body language and people's actions, and people are actually very readable. Like people, I sometimes think I'm getting away with shit. Like people always knew what I was doing.
You ain't getting away with nothing.
I didn't get away with anything.
Yeah.
Well, you got to believe your own bullshit before you can sell it, for sure. And our good buddies across the pond, the Off the Irish boys, who I think you've been on their show.
Yeah.
They sat down with Carol and I listened to it, and they did a good job holding her feet to the fire on some stuff, but she still kind of gave the ring around typical, scripted answers. I felt like,
Yeah. She has certain answers for every question, and it's like she's like a robot. She just says the same thing at every one of them. So, but I think it was, who was it? Was it Jimmy Kimmel or one of them guys that conned her over on a talk show, and that really that infuriated her. So she's really careful about who she talks to now. So,
well, I mean, like you said, she signed the same paper you did. So, if you're going to consent to putting your word out there, I mean, that's what you're going to get.
Yeah. Yeah. She just, she dropped all the little one-liner hints and stuff in Tiger King 1, and she just has that demeanor and just that about her that everybody knows she's guilty.
Sure. Yeah. So turning the attention over to Joe, how close are we, John? I mean, is he getting out soon?
We need a date. He just got diagnosed with prostate cancer.
Saw that.
And it's in stage 1 right now. And if he leaves to get medical treatment, he has to do it in another state. I don't know why. He's right there in Fort Worth. I don't know why he can't go somewhere there. But anyways, they want to send him to one of the Carolinas to get medical treatment. And if he does that, he'll miss out on getting his court date. So he's going to hold out and wait and see if he can get his court date first.
Man, that sucks. That's the type of circumstances you have to make decisions with, Yeah. I mean, was he able to get like, stage 1, what kind of timeline on that compared to, because that's what you're measuring basically is like time in jail compared to life expectancy at that point.
Right. Yeah. It's, I haven't heard the expectancy on it, how far advanced the stage 1 is. I do know that they made the decision to wait just a little bit to see, because they're really pushing hard to get this date. And he needs it. I mean, he needs out. There's no reason to be in there for accusations. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy.
And then he could choose whatever hospital he wants to go to at that point. So.
Yeah.
So now it's just a hurry up and wait game.
Yeah.
I wish
that
the
sucks,
best. That's the first I heard about that news. Cancer's affected a lot of families, and that's no good to wish upon anybody. So
cancer
I'll just put
it's
that
out there more
I
than you think.
It all works out good, man.
Cancer's everywhere, and it sucks. I mean, they're pushing this vaccine for this coronavirus, but let's work on a vaccine for cancer. My God, somebody out there's come up with one, and they don't want nobody to prove it. So,
because the healthcare costs. Like people spend so much money doing this radiation and doctor's visits and prescriptions. And, that's what okay. I don't mean to go down the rabbit hole, but that's what these, pharmaceutical or, big conglomerate and corporations. Yeah. They want lifetime long patients. They don't want the patients to ever not be dependent. Yeah. They want people to be dependent. Yeah. So
isn't that crazy? Greed has taken over the world. Because it's all about greed. It's greed.
Yeah, it is.
It's terrible. It comes down to the almighty dollar and the control and the fear. That's really what it is just putting chum in the water and getting everyone so panicked. And you're right. With the modern medicine we have now, John, what are we doing here? Cancer should be, really further than it is along for treatments.
Yeah. I mean, they can't even fix the common cold yet.
Right.
But they got a cure for COVID. So.
Yeah, so they say
that you'll have to take every year.
I just seen it. Yeah, every year, just like the flu and pneumonia. But I just seen where Australia is going to start locking down everybody that's not vaccinated now. So if you don't get it, you're locked up.
Doesn't surprise me.
Somehow.
Yeah, it doesn't
I know
surprise
it.
me.
I know it.
We'll see what happens here come the first of the year in the States. I know there's a lot of pending, litigation around it, but it's a hot commodity right now.
It's a mess. It's a mess.
Yeah, and it's going to remain a forefront of fear mongering and population control. If it's distracting your mind from enjoying your life and doing things that make you happy, then it's having too much control on whoever that's happening to, regardless of left or right. That doesn't matter. It's about not letting fear overcome our normal thought process. Even though it's a thing, I believe in it, it exists. I'm not trying to make the rest of my life about being worried about, how many ways can we die? So it's like, why just worry about this one way to die when there's millions of ways?
Yeah. I've cheated death many a times. I know way too well.
There you go. The old saying I say is fuck fear, drink beer,
There you go.
Stone Cold Steve Austin used to say that. Hey, that's kind of how I like to live my life, Sure.
Exactly right.
Be cautious, be courteous, but it's like, hey, wait a second here. It's my decision.
Life's too short, man. You got to live it at its fullest. If I get up in the morning and I open up my eyes, I'll say, yep, going to be a good day. Let's do it. And I just do it.
Love it. That's the focus. It's where you put your mind and your energy at, John. Like you said, you like to stay on the move. You stay busy. Yeah. You feel good doing it. We get a little run down, but it's all about you wake up. How am I going to start today? Because it's so true. I've been sucked into it where I don't want to do shit. And then I feel like shit that day. Got to get out and get moving.
You feel lazy and lethargic. It's like, why didn't I do anything with this time period? We only got today once. Yeah. It's the most important day every single day.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And not to change the subject or not, but do you think there's going to be you think there's going to be a bunch of riots in, Kenosha or whatever in Wisconsin?
Did the verdict come out? I know we're recording
not
this.
Yet.
It's not out yet. I think that if he is found innocent, there will be riots. Yeah, absolutely. That's just, but it's hard to say. I think that's probably what they want us to believe. So maybe I'm following.
There'll be protests. There'll probably be protests for sure.
Well, they're already there. The protesters are already there. So
a riot is basically like a protest gone violent.
Essentially.
Right.
Initially that's what started all this, was that riot that was going on up there was the backdrop of all this.
Right.
And now we're going to riot again because they didn't like what the jury decided. And that's just crazy to me. I guess respect is just gone. It's not non-existent anymore, I guess.
It sure seems that way. It's almost counterproductive. It's 2 steps forward, 1 back. It's just, and we're so divided. There's so much tension. We're coming off this pandemic, and people are just so fired up, man. They're ready to argue about everything and they want to march. And I think that's great. That's our First Amendment right. But where do you draw the line? Some of the stuff's getting pretty rowdy.
Yeah.
I just feel like, regardless of which side anybody's on, sure, there's always going to be an opposite opinion. There's always going to be a contradicting fact and an opposition. That's a fact of reality. But it's just like, how much are you going to allow other opinions to upset you is the thing.
Right.
Because once people start having that sort of control, oh, this person said this, so I'm livid about that. They got me frustrated. And so then I'm focusing on all my energy on something that is counter. It doesn't have a benefit to excelling my life forward. So it's okay to have your stance and disagree, but it's not healthy to centralize your mind's focus on things that bother you constantly. If that makes sense, it's like a fine line of consciousness that I feel that we're seeing a lot of. People are taking things overly offensive. They're taking other people's opinions too personally. Yeah. And it's creating this place of animosity and blame. There's no accountability or responsibility. And if you're not doing those things, like you said, John, there's no respect.
Yeah. Yeah. It's gone. It's crazy.
You got the cancel culture too, John. What do you think about all that? Just how quickly someone's career can be over by, an opinion.
Yeah. Yeah. this he said, she said vaccine mandate is just ruining a lot of lives. And I mean, a lot of lives. They didn't make none of them nurses and doctors get that when this is all going on. So now why all of a sudden they got to have it when they've worked through it? My son's in the medical field and he has not been made to get it yet, but eventually he's going to have to, because in order to stay in the medical field, that's what it's going to be. And I just think it's wrong to make all them nurses work their ass off the way they had to in the trenches and right in the middle of it. And it was okay then, but now it's like, oh, you get it or you're fired,
They should at least give the daily testing option in those sort of scenarios. Everybody's entitled to the right to do what they want with their body.
Right.
So I mean, it's a sensitive subject. I won't get into too many specifics, but
it's pretty crazy, man. It's pissing a lot of people off.
Yeah, it is. It really is. It's dividing families, businesses.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're seeing the litigation come down the line. I mean, it's crazy, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens the first of the year. Is OSHA going to back this thing up? Is it going to get caught up in litigation? Because what are they saying right now? Companies over 100 people are mandated.
Yeah.
You're talking your Fortune 500 companies across the board.
You got to remember what state I live in.
Good old Tejas. I love that state.
I have Mr. Abbott out here saying, just ignore Joe Biden and his mandates, just go on about your business. And it's great. But if you're scared of me, don't get near me, stay 6 foot away from me if you're scared of me. That's the way I look at it. But I'll have to get it. I'll have to get, in order to fly out of this country, you're going to have it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking when you said you're heading over to the UK. You're probably going to have to get that sucker.
I lost a friend when he got it. It killed him. And I had 2 friends that went blind when they got it.
One was vaccinations.
Yeah, one went blind for 7 days.
Do you know which ones they took?
I don't know. 3 days.
Will we get in trouble for saying stuff like that?
No, I don't think
so. I don't think so.
Yeah. So do you know which ones they took?
I know the one, my friend that passed away took the Moderna. And I'm not sure. I think the Pfizer's the one that made my buddy go blind. And then a friend of mine's mom went blind for 3 days on I want to say it was the Johnson & Johnson.
Wow. Scary stuff, man. Yeah, that's why I've been apprehensive. I've been on the record. Everyone knows I haven't gotten it, and I'm going to fight this thing until the end. I'm not going to be forced to do it.
I don't want to, if they just make it an option, or, kind of like the flu is every year and pneumonia shot every year, it probably wouldn't be so bad, but it's the fact that they're saying you are going to get this or else,
Yeah, it's interesting. With my circumstances, I volunteered to get it. I did get the Moderna, and I got a fever for a good 12 hours after the first shot. The second shot, I was fine, maybe a little lethargic. But I still got COVID, but zero symptoms, basically 0 symptoms. I might have I had a slight nasal drip for a little bit, So I have I like to put my head in the rabbit hole as far as conspiracy theories and all that stuff goes. And I think it's healthy to have a certain, bit of suspicion. You don't want to trust everything 100%, right? You don't just always want to think everything's credible, obviously.
Right.
So, I have all my opinions about all of it too. And I've seen out of our friend group, there's 7 of us. 3 have not been vaccinated. And of the 4 that have, 3 of them have gotten COVID. And so that's a very small control group, but that's a little, it's laughable, right?
Right.
So who knows, man? Who knows? And if the vaccines are actually causing people to lose their sight and causing death, I'm sure it's a small percentage, but still, I could understand apprehension of taking it. And so to force that on people, I believe isn't the right thing to do. So that's where there should still be options where you could test daily and get tested daily. And that should be available to nurse staff and medical staff for sure.
The buddy of mine that lost his sight for 7 days was actually in the medical field, and he refused to get the second shot. So they fired him. it just sucks. I mean, if I went blind for 7 days, there's no way in hell I'd take another shot. No way.
Yeah, rightfully so. I mean, you're feeling horrible effects from it. Why would you get another one?
Yeah.
It makes sense.
I mean,
I don't know.
It's scary world we live in.
It is. Yeah, it is. We try to make the best of every day, like we say, and keep getting out there and hustling. But it's like, man, it's one obstacle after another, and stuff like this where it's restricting your travel abilities, your ability to go to an event. I was just fortunate I was able to go to NASCAR and not have to show anything. I mean,
I was surprised too, because I went to a NASCAR race here at Texas and I didn't have to show anything. So I mean, but it's outdoors. I mean, I can understand that too, but I don't know. I think it's all just state generated. I think if your state is going to push it hard, I guess you're going to have to deal with it. Otherwise, I got to stay home.
I'm going to make it a national issue here. There is definitely cyber warfare happening in the world right now.
Oh yeah.
And Russia, I feel like may be one of the best at it. They're really, they've been on top of it for a long time. Of course, the United States is in everything. Everybody's in everything. So you have all these bots and automatic posts and things that, connect to like fear mongering and the division of people is the best distraction. It really is. So what could other nations have to gain from distracting the American people? I don't know. Just think about that though, because that's what's happening. America's divided, and it's disturbing. It's and concerning because other things are happening in the world. Everything is connected. So how is all this connected to everywhere else in the world? And that's worth thinking about.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And social media,
though.
it is scary.
Yeah.
And social media just adds to it because it gives you that sense of like, well, this is okay to post, but this isn't, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to micromanage some content here and kind of push some different narratives. It's just everything compiled into one. It's a mess. It's just a mess.
Yeah, it's crazy. Not to change the subject, but I posted a TikTok the other day and it messed with their community guidelines. So they took it down. All because I got a bunch of Tiger King coins, all this cryptocurrency.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I missed out on Bitcoin when it first came out. I had the opportunity when it first came out to buy that and I didn't do it. And it was cheap, stupid cheap, but I was scared of it. That's not going to happen again. So now I got some Doge coins. I got some Tiger King coins. I'm just getting a little bit of that stuff. And anyways, I tried to advertise that, hey, get your Tiger King coins now before it's too late. And they pulled it because of that.
Wow.
Oh,
see, how did that violate their community, their guidelines?
It's probably self-promotion.
Know.
You probably can't self-promote and to tell people specifically to get something.
I put it out there.
I don't know.
I put it out there that
how.
Tiger King season 2 is coming out, and I put on, you better get your Tiger King coins now. And that's why they pulled it. So I redid the post without the Tiger King coin and just put out pushing season 2, and it was okay. So
and they kept that one.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's
China doesn't want you messing with the market at all, John.
Yeah. The cryptos they've been a lot of fun though, John. I've been doing some crypto trading for the last year, and I got Bitcoin before the huge rally. I mean, I still bought it pretty expensive. I got on like Litecoin, Ethereum. I'm holding some Doge before those really took off. So I kind of, had some gains, and then it's kind of come back down to check that support level. And that's where I'm at with my cryptos, but I'm interested in getting on that Tiger currency. I might have to talk about that off air a little bit.
Yeah. I just recently got some, and the bad thing is it's hard not to watch it. You got to just not watch it. It's a hard habit to break.
It is, because I check mine.
Evan looks at it every day. Yeah. Every day, multiple times a day.
Well, let me tell you why though. Because
it's the truth, bro.
I was doing some swing trading, John, where I would, on those big rips, I'd sell off and then put it back in on the dip. But it was so hard to time that I just said to hell with it. I'm just going to hold it. Yeah,
that's a tough minute because it goes up and down so fast. But I got Doge coins because Mark Cuban. I mean, the man's not stupid. And for some reason, he's pushing it, and there's got to be something to that. So I'm just going to hang on to that for a while until it does something, and then hopefully this Tiger King coin will take off too. So who knows?
Yeah, I might have to get in on that and whatever it trades on, because I know some of these coins like only trade on specific platforms, and you have to go.
They do. It's and that's hard to figure out too if you're illiterate like me. I'm not real computer savvy, but I had to figure all that out. But on Twitter, there's a guy named Nelson that really pointed me the right direction and got me going the right way on the Tiger King coins. So that worked out good.
I'm gonna have to get on that tonight, John, before the drop. I don't want to miss this rally.
I hope season 2 fires it up. That's what I hope.
It probably should. I mean, it should, right?
It'll do something.
Yeah.
Everything's going to create its own. I look at life events like throwing, rocks and stuff like that into a lake. Like it's all going to create a ripple, right?
You're right. You're right.
Yeah. Well, what's the saying, John? They say buy the rumor, sell the news.
Yeah.
So here comes the rumor. It's coming out, and the news is this thing's blowing up. So you buy it on the rumor and you sell it when it rips.
Yep.
But what the hell do I know?
Yeah, that's me. Meanwhile, I'm gonna keep my day job.
you can choose not to answer this, but does Netflix, like, I don't know how, like, their pay structure, like the success of the series, like everybody has to get their chunk, right?
No,
I guess no, it doesn't.
No.
So
Netflix takes care of.
We don't
Netflix.
have to get too. We don't got to get too into that. I was just thinking about that and was curious.
Yeah, it sucks, but no, we don't make no money off Netflix. That's all Netflix money.
Mm-hmm.
Wow,
that's
interesting.
If they pay you to do a documentary, then you're an actor. Then it becomes a movie, not a documentary. So they can't pay you when you do a documentary.
So you sacrifice all the time, taking the multiple cuts, going with the director's, words, and we're going to do this over and say it this way, and then basically walk away with, hey, thanks.
A lot of exposure. No, but a ton of exposure. Because in those sort of circumstances, like, all right, why focus about what's not happening here? Let's focus about what can happen from this, right? Because that's where the opportunities are. Yeah. And there's a ton of those.
But I'm the good guy. Nobody wants a good guy.
I mean, we want you, John.
Everybody wants the bad guy. They want Jeff Lowe. They want Carol. They want the bad guys, not me.
We
them two have banked. I mean, banked hundreds of thousands of dollars because of all the other opportunities of, Jeff Lowe sold Ghost Hunters an episode, and he sold off all Travis's and Joe's stuff that was at the house and stuff like that. I mean, he has banked. And Carol, she just falls in shit and comes out smelling like roses every day. I mean, it's just crazy.
Yeah, it is. But you know what, John? At least you stayed true to you, and stayed to your roots.
Exactly.
And still hustling hard and working for it, because it's easy to get, I don't want to say a handout, but those guys, they're going to take the easy road for sure. But I'd rather stay honest.
Being real? Are they being real to themselves? Come on.
I don't think Jeff Lowe knows how to be anything else besides himself. I mean, he's been a con man all his life.
Yeah. I mean, we all gotta, so I've always kind of looked at it like, people who, and I've talked about this a little bit during this episode already, but when your mind is focusing on conning people constantly or lying and deception or complete selfishness, like even when you're able to give and have easy opportunities, you still don't, sort of things like that. Those people are probably not the happiest people at the end of the day every day, So they're like living in their own hell. I believe in hell and hell on earth. I'm not the most religious person, and that's why it's important to circle back again, look at every day like it's the most important because it is our heaven and hell, our daily experience. Yeah. So I I'm happy that you're the good guy, and we need more like people that are righteous and stand up for the right thing and do it in a respectful way. I think that's awesome that you're that person, man.
That's just the way I've been. I've always been. And any job I've ever done, I'd give 110% everything. And even today, I mean, if I'm having a bad day and my legs hurt, I still give 110% to whoever I'm working for or what I'm doing or any of that. So, I mean, it's just crazy.
That's something to be admired, though, John, for sure. And that's a lesson for all the viewers that are tuning in. It's better to work hard, push through the pain and earn it the hard way than, sell yourself out or take a handout or be fake about it. There's just
have to look character. Have to look over your shoulder everywhere you go. I don't want to do that. No. I'm not going to be that way.
No, who wants to live that way? I mean, sure, I might carry a gun because it's my 2A right, but I don't want to be that guy.
Yeah, I don't want to either. I know I've been informed this week that the I've been told the FBI is looking for me. I said, no, the FBI knows exactly where I'm at. I don't have to worry about that. But so I want to say all this evidence coming out on Tiger King 2 has stirred up another hornet's nest. So they're trying to dig into what's going on with the FBI and everything. So
it's going to get interesting, is what you're saying, John. The next couple, the upcoming week is going to be wild. You're probably getting ready to do a wild media tour. I mean, you said you're going out to this car show in Myrtle Beach, and is Uncaged. Are you guys getting ready to rip another one of those shows here pretty quick?
No, I think we're done for the year there. I'm going to go babysit tigers and chill and relax. That's what I'm going to do.
That'll be nice.
It's something I do in the wintertime to help the owners get away. Otherwise, they're like kids. You can't leave them.
Yeah.
And I'm actually on his federal license, so I get to stay there and babysit them cats while they're gone. So I get some more cat time in my life.
Excellent.
That's good,
therapy.
man. And that's like sitting in front of a fire type of time.
Yeah. It's,
enjoying the clouds.
Let me tell you, it's
That's
so
what-
relaxing, man. It's just amazing. Truly amazing.
So how long do you have that scheduled for then? What is your
I think I'm going for 2 weeks, and then I'm coming home for a week, and I think I'm going back over Christmas. So
okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Great way to spend the holiday.
We'll see how Tiger King 2 does, if my phone rings or not, and where I'm going elsewhere. So
I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm happy we got you on right now. You're good. Hey, just keep us in the loop, man. Because
In the loop.
our audience, they're invested with you. You know, they get to know you with us, and you know, it's fun talking with you too, man. Because there's so many other pieces than, the Tiger King and all that, and like it's fun to open up about that because then all your fan base, they get a chance to experience that too. You know, so it's just we're gonna get you back in again. You know, maybe we'll give it a year. I don't know. Kevin can make that decision.
Well, I mean, we just play everything by ear. But I want to know this, John. How's Bone Digger doing?
You know, the sad news is that Jeff Lowe actually killed Bone Digger.
What?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. He's not a good guy. I really think he did it out of spite, just because I wouldn't have nothing to do with them anymore. I mean, they waited. They didn't even tell me. A customer told me that went and visited the zoo, and they told him that Bone Digger had passed away. That's the only way I found out. I was livid. I was just infuriated.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn, I wasn't expecting that. Sorry to bring up a sore subject. I didn't realize that's how it went down, John. That's terrible.
Yeah, it sucks.
Damn.
He's not a nice guy. I mean, he doesn't know how to run a zoo for sure. You know, and Eric Cowie's dead since I've talked to you.
That's right. I remember seeing that come out, and that was he was in like New York City or something. Is that where they found him?
Found him in New York City in an apartment. He had some girl up there he was shacked up with, and she just kind of threw him in a room somewhere and left him. And I guess that's where he died. So pretty crazy.
What a mess. The storylines just keep stacking up. It's chaos.
It does. You know, there's been a few house fires that have started. There's been a few zoo fires that have started. Been 3 or 4 zoo people that's actually they found dead. You know, self-inflicted gunshots or.
So are these
stuff.
zoos? Is there like a statistic? Because we were talking about the AZA stuff, right? In the global, what was that?
Global Federation.
Yeah. So is there like? Is it obvious which does it lean to a certain side? You know, of which zoos are following which protocols? Are these things happening more at zoos with a certain, protocol?
They try, like Carol's trying to get her hand into everything. So she wants everything with the Global Federation. And the AZA has been around a little longer, but Carol's got her hand in that too. So it's kind of, when I was running the zoo,
coming from everywhere.
Yeah. When I was running the zoo, we got crucified every day for breeding our big cats. Quit. Why? They're going to be none in the wild. The only thing you're going to have is in captivity. There's too many. Well, so you want us to stop. You close our zoo down, take all of our animals away. So we're done. Now the AZA zoos are breeding their big cats, breeding their gorillas. Yeah. So it's okay for them to do it now. We were the #1 breeder of big cats in the United States, and everybody hated to admit it.
And now everyone's following foot and manipulating the rules so they can do the same shit.
It's amazing. Amazing. Yeah.
Yeah. The hypocrisy behind it is alarming.
Yeah. Yeah. It's, Carol's got a 20-year plan out there, and her 20-year plan is at the end of that 20 years, everything's going to be virtual. If you want to go see a zoo, you're going to do it on your computer at home, not go downtown somewhere, downtown Fort Worth, which has an amazing zoo.
Yeah.
I went to the Columbus
and
Zoo.
the whole metaverse stuff that just came out aligns perfectly with what you're saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's so disappointing for people.
I know it.
How depressing.
But there is millions of people in the United States that's never been to a zoo. I mean, it's hard to believe, but just ask. No, I've never seen one in real life. What the hell? How do you not go see an elephant? How do you not go see a giraffe? Oh my God. They're amazing.
I've never been to a zoo.
See?
I'm joking. I've been to the Denver Zoo a bunch of times.
I know it's hard to believe, but they're out there. People have never seen a big cat in person.
I believe it.
A giraffe.
Believe it. And until you see it in person.
Yeah. Yeah. They used to crucify us for playing with baby tigers. Man, they're amazing. They make you respect them so much more when they're crawling across your lap or take a nip out of your elbow or something. It's like, holy cow, when that thing's 450 pounds, he's going to be a beast. He is.
That's part of learning the ecosystem and seeing what, being out there, seeing what these guys are doing, getting up close to them. I mean, who wants to look at that through a screen? I don't.
Yeah, I don't.
I want to see it tangible. I want to be out there and feel the power of the animal.
Yeah. Yeah. I wish I could afford to go to Africa, because I would love to go down there and go to the Serengeti and all that down there.
I want you, John, I want you to use some mind power and tell yourself you are going to go see Africa, man. You are going to go see it. You're going to see it. And I guarantee you go, man. I don't see why you wouldn't.
I would kill to see the
no reason why
silverbacks
not.
in their natural habitat. I would kill to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I bet you do it. I bet you do it, man. I'm always trying to believe in things in my mind before they actually happen. I'm trying to make things happen. The whole perception's reality.
I've done a lot of stuff on my bucket list. My bucket list is pretty much done, except for seeing the silverbacks in Africa. So
that'd be cool. I can get down with that. Those silverbacks are epic. I've seen them here at the Denver Zoo, and I remember just looking through the glass at them and just feeling the power. It's amazing.
I know it. I love that's the first place I go when I go to the Fort Worth Zoo. I want to see the big gorillas.
They're incredible. You can just feel their energy.
I'm not good in the heat, and the jungle would terrify me. I would be so scared there. I'd feel like it was the movie Congo. I'd be so terrified.
I've slept with lions and tigers. That ain't fun no more. I'm ready to move on.
Take on them new challenges. I like it.
Yeah.
Hell
That's
yeah,
great,
man.
You never know.
You never know. Yeah, you never know. You got to roll the dice, see what's out there. Take a chance.
I've been meeting some amazing people here lately, and it's one thing that the Tiger King has done for me is I've gotten to meet people I've never met in my life. I met Kyle Larson in person. Tony Stewart, all them guys. That wouldn't happen in my normal life. Couldn't afford it.
That's a great, you're right. That's a great way to look at it too. I was down there. I was fortunate to do a podcast for NASCAR on the side, and I was able to interview the president of NASCAR Sunday evening. And that was just such a cool experience, man. It really humbled me because I love that sport and I love being around it. And
Mash the Gas podcast, MTG. That was a great episode. I mean, Kevin's one of my best friends, so of course I'm going to give him a heads up, one up there. But it was really well done, and that's I can feel the same thing, John, because doing discussion combustion and just being consistent and showing up every week. I mean, Kevin and I are both really humbled by the people that we get to meet, like yourself, and that we get to talk to. So it's important to have those kind of perspectives to keep yourself humble, and you're seeing it that way. So Africa is on the horizon, man. Yeah,
I hope so. Let me tell you, that would be it would just be amazing.
Kevin, would you go to the Congo? Would you want to go to the Congo and look at gorillas?
Absolutely.
I would.
Sign me up.
I mean, who would not? Who would not?
Who would not? No, I would do it.
I would endure it. I'll do it.
Yeah.
That's
it would intimidate me. I'm not going to lie, but
yeah, of course. I mean, That's the hardest place
part's
to live,
not
right,
looking 'em
John?
in the eye.
It's not looking him in the eye. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're not supposed to look them. So is it
No.
like that with most animals at the zoo?
You know, it's like that with the
Tigers.
chimpanzees and stuff like that. Yeah.
So it's mainly the primates. You don't look at the primates in the eye.
Yeah. Especially one that's so much bigger than you are. It can do so much damage.
They're super strong, man. It's like they have these long arms, and if people don't know, there's strength and length. So like really tall, lengthy muscles are strong.
Yeah,
So if you're trying to get stronger and you don't want to go to the gym, just stretch.
Yeah.
Elongate your muscles and become stronger.
There you go.
Yeah. Those cats are nothing to mess with. I remember you were telling us last time, John, you were on, you said the leopard would be the most epic of the cats because this thing already has its lunch planned out for 2 days from now.
Yep. Sure enough.
That's a good
They know
lesson.
tomorrow's coming.
The leopard is still the top cat.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, because he knows tomorrow's happening, so he plans for it. Yeah. Everything else is just opportunistic, you know. Hey, there's a gazelle. I'm going to eat it, you know. The leopard's already planning tomorrow's meal, which is truly amazing. But
that is, yeah. That stuck with me. I remember that from the last time you were on. I was like, man, I never would have thought the leopard was that planned and ready to rip tater chip.
Ready to go. Hey, there's enough there I can eat tomorrow. I'm going to take him down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go hide it in this tree. There's like a section of trees that are just foul smelling.
Yeah.
From all these corpses.
Yeah.
Decaying animals hanging from the tree branches.
Oh man.
But hey, everybody that's in the Myrtle Beach area, I'm going to be at a car show at the convention center this weekend with the one and only Vegas Joe. Have y'all seen him yet?
Oh, Vegas Joe is epic. The first time I saw him, I thought it was Joe. I was like, what is going on here?
Me and him cause such a stir anywhere we go to eat or go out and
So
visit.
that's the 20th and 21st. Everybody listening.
It'll be
this
a
weekend.
mess. Yeah, it's Friday and Saturday, I believe.
Oh, so the 19th and the 20th.
Yeah,
okay.
19th and the 20th. Yeah, Myrtle Beach.
Myrtle Beach
Convention Center.
Yeah.
Yep. Going to be a good time. We're going to be at the 8 Lug Circus tent is where we're going to be at their booth. So it ought to be a good time.
You and Vegas Joe, it sounds like a good time. Anyone in the Myrtle Beach area would be silly not to come out there. I got some family down there.
Yeah.
We'll do a blast for you, pump it up.
Yeah, that'd be great.
And then what's beyond that? Obviously, we got Thanksgiving coming up, John. What are you planning on doing there? You going to do a little family time or are you still on the move?
I'll be babysitting cats during Thanksgiving. So I'll come back the first week of December. I got a couple motors I got to finish up for a couple people and then start and get ready for my racing season and work all this Tiger King stuff around it. So yeah, it ought to be a good
Take
time.
the opportunities as they come, right? Like most of the cats out there.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
opportunistic.
That's it. Keep ripping tater chip. And if I was a betting man, I'd say your phone's going to be blowing up over the next few days, John.
Yeah, I mean, it's already started blowing up and stuff. So we'll see how it goes. Just
right.
It's
We're
gonna be me.
just happy to be part of the hype train.
woo, woo, woo. Yeah, no doubt.
Let's go.
I'm staying up tonight to watch it, so I'll be tired tomorrow. So maybe I can just take it easy tomorrow.
I'm half tempted to do that too. I might have a couple of beers and at least watch a little bit of it and see if I get pulled in. Let's ride the waves.
I think we just got like 4 episodes to start with now instead of 7. That'll make it a little easier.
Okay. That's how it's going to come out.
Yeah, the first season I stayed up for all 7 episodes. I was wore out, and it's like 7 hours or something like that.
Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, I don't know. We'll see how it turns out. I hope it's exciting.
Yeah, I'd be dying with curiosity too to see how they like chop and screw everything. Like, oh, what do these guys do this time?
I don't think it's over. I don't think it's over by far.
Yeah, so you think there's a season 3 then coming too? You think so?
That almost has to be.
Okay.
I mean, they have to tell the outcome of Joe and what happened to Jeff Lowe, and they got so much they got to talk about. I don't see how they cannot.
You're right. And people are too emotionally invested at this point. I mean, the viewers tuning in like that. We need to know.
Yeah. I mean, I hope it hits number 1 again. That'd be great.
I wouldn't.
No, I bet it does. You were saying that season 1 was also starting to get some extra hype right now too.
Yeah.
Is that right? Like it's getting more views all of a sudden.
Everybody's getting freshened up before the new season comes out. So yeah, that's crazy. It's crazy. I'm just a normal guy, just trying to be normal.
And that's the best thing we can do, John, is just keep being you, man. I know all of our listeners are always like, man, John's our favorite character from Tiger King. So they're always stoked to see you come on our show, and really appreciate you taking some time again, man. I know you're a busy guy.
That's good. That's good. Yeah. You know, my Instagram is probably 80-90% UK, Scotland,
really?
Ireland. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It's crazy.
You got that international following.
Yeah.
See, you said, you wanted to be a household name. You're already an international household name, John.
I am. And they're all looking forward to us coming over there. So hopefully we can all meet and make a big time of it.
Sounds like a great
Well, I'm
time.
sure it will be. I'm sure it'll be a really good time.
I hope so.
I mean,
That's a
I've never
long-ass
partied in the
airplane
UK.
flight.
Yeah,
It's a
I've
long-ass
never
flight.
partied out there, but I've known some people from the UK and Ireland and stuff, and yeah, those
They like to drink.
lads,
Yeah.
those
Yeah, they
lads
like
and
to drink.
gents out there.
They get down. They get down.
Yeah. It'll be a good time, I guess. We'll see. As long as it happens. I'm excited if
Oh,
it
yeah.
happens.
It's going to happen, John. Believe and achieve it.
Yeah,
Going to own it.
yeah. Let's keep it moving, John. Man, it's so exciting for us. I'll speak for myself this week. I always say Kevin and I'll say I'm really humbled that you spent some time to talk to us again, but it's good to get to know you. I mean, for anybody who didn't listen to the first one, John pulled over in his truck, was chilling in a parking lot. You know, this man, stuck to the schedule, and that's respected. And I feel humbled to have you in here, and we're just super excited for your success and the success that's going to come. And man, I feel like you got everything in the right place right now to really just let her rip.
That's good. I appreciate that. The biggest thing is I don't want anybody to be afraid to come up and say hi. If you see me out in public, speak. I'm not going to bite your head off. I'm not going to be that guy. I'll be more than happy to take a selfie and talk to you. Just say hi. Don't be scared. I've had a lot of people act like they're scared of me. I'm just a normal person, man.
So true.
And it definitely comes across that way, John. Keep doing that too. I like that you put that out there because,
Yeah.
in a world like social media that we talked about, people are so afraid of celebrities and cancel culture, all that. Just being you, man, being honest. Hey, I'll take time to talk to you, take a selfie. That goes a long way, man. And that's a lot of respect.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not going to be that guy.
Good.
For sure. So everybody that's out in Myrtle Beach on the 19th and the 20th, definitely go say what's up to John, because he's a friendly character, has some real things to say. And, it's so good to talk to you, man. We just, everybody knows where to find you already. We usually ask people, okay, so John, if you could give humanity one piece of advice to be better tomorrow, what would that one piece of advice be?
Man, it's kind of become a motto of mine. Be true to yourself. That's the biggest problem in America nowadays, in society itself. Be true to yourself.
Solid advice for sure. Simple and solid. Simplicity at its best. Be true to yourself. I love it. That's going to be the hashtag for you, John.
There you go.
Hell yeah, brother. Hey, man, it's so fun.
Yeah.
So fun to sit down again. I really appreciate you taking time out, man. I know you got a lot on your plate and late night ahead of you. So, hey, when you're in Denver, man, we got to get together, have a beer.
Definitely. And I'm sure I'm coming to Denver sooner or later. If nothing else, hell, I'll load up the girlfriend. We'll just drive to Denver.
Come on up.
It's not that far.
Hey, well, I'll clear the calendar. We'll make sure to make time for you if you're heading this way, man.
Sounds great, man.
So good talking to you. I just, what a great evening. And like we like to close it, everybody be good to yourself, but like what John said, more importantly, be true to yourselves because you deserve it.
Yeah, exactly.